In this lesson, we will talk about installing MySQL. It is recommended to download the MySQL database server from MySQL website download page https://dev.mysql.com/downloads. There are several different platforms supported, and there are differences in the specific installation details for each. For MySQL Lab preparation, we will do MySQL Server installation on Microsoft Windows. Please take a note, for purposes of this course, you will download the MySQL 5.7 generally available release. MySQL Community Edition, it is a freely downloadable version of the world's most popular open source database that is supported by an active community of open source developers and enthusiasts. Under MySQL Community Server GPL, click on Download. Then click on Go to Download page. Please take a note, MySQL installer is 32-bit, but will install both 32-bit and 64-bit binaries. If you have an online connection while running the MySQL installer, choose the MySQL installer web community file. But if you do not have an online connection while running the MySQL installer, choose the MySQL installer community file. We will download the MySQL installer community. Click on Download. Then click on No thanks, just start my download. Now download is on progress. When the file MySQL installer community download is finished, open the file to start the installation. Click on I accept the license terms and click on Next. Then choosing a setup type screen is displayed. Leave the developer default setup type and click on Next. Check requirement screen is displayed. You need to install first the requirement that have status is not manual. Select a for product that the status is not manual. For example, MySQL for Excel. It is require Visual Studio to be installed. We can install from here by click on Execute. Microsoft Visual Studio Tools for Office Runtime 2010 Setup screen is displayed. Click on I have read and accept the license terms, then click on Install. Installation progress screen is displayed. When the installation is complete screen is displayed, click on Finish. Here, you need to manually install the manual requirement if you need the features like Python that you can download from Python website. When done, you can press the check button to see if the requirement has met. And if the requirement is not successfully installed, the requirement is still failing message screen will be displayed. Just click on OK to close the screen. If you do not need the features displayed in the Check Requirement screen, you can click on Next button to continue the installation. A confirm screen will be displayed, then click Yes. Installation screen displays the product that will be installed, then click on Execute. Now installation is running. Wait until all product installation is completed. When all product installation is completed, click on Show Details and scroll up to read the installation logs. Then click on Next. Product configuration screen displays the installed product, and now we will configure this installed product. Click Next. Type and networking screen is displayed. Leave the default selection, which is standalone MySQL Server / classic MySQL replication. Then click on Next. Server configuration type screen is displayed. Leave the default config type, which is development machine, if you want to use a minimal amount of memory. For medium amount of memory, you can select server machine. And for use of all available memory, you can select dedicated machine. Leave the default connectivity, which is TCP/IP, and port number 3306, and also leave the Open Firewall port for network access is selected. Then click on Next. Account and role screen is displayed. Enter the MySQL root password and repeat the password. Then click on Add User. MySQL user details screen is displayed. Type the username. We will use MySQL as the username here. Leave the default host, which is all hosts %. Leave the default role, which is dbadmin, and enter the password and confirm the password. Then click on OK. MySQL username is displayed here. The username is MySQL. The host is %, meaning the all host. And the user role is dbadmin. Then click on Next. Windows Service screen is displayed. Leave the default. Configure MySQL Server as a Windows service is checked. And leave the default Windows Service name MySQL 57. And also leave the default Start the MySQL Server at System Startup is checked. And leave the default Run Windows Service as Standard System Account is selected. Then click on Next. Plugins and Extensions screen is displayed. We will not change MySQL as document store controls here, so we can click on Next. Apply configuration screen is displayed. It will show you the configuration steps that will be executed. Then click on Execute. After the configuration operation has finished, click on Finish. Product configuration screen is displayed. The MySQL Server product status is configuration complete now. Click on Next. MySQL router configuration screen is displayed. We will not configure MySQL router for InnoDB cluster now, so we can click on Finish. Product configuration screen is displayed. The MySQL router product status is initial configuration. Click on Next. Connect to Server screen is displayed. The MySQL Server status is running as standalone server on port 3306. Type the password and click on Check to make sure the root credential is working. You can see the All connection succeeded message is displayed with green check mark, and the server status is connection succeeded. Then click on Next. The Apply configuration screen is displayed. To apply these changes, click on Execute. If the configuration operation has finished screen is displayed, click on Finish. The samples and examples configuration complete status is displayed. Then click on Next. Installation complete screen is displayed. Then click on Finish. The MySQL Workbench and MySQL Cell will be started and you can use it now.